Is it that you hate fat people, or is it that you can't handle that a fat person is successful, traveling the world, having an absolutely wonderful life, and maybe doesn't hate themselves?
Hey everybody, it's Tony with Big T Bariatric, and I'm back at you with another video, and today I'm going to cover Hello Miss Giggles. Now Miss Giggles seems to think that she's the hottest fatty baddie that there ever was. She pushes the idea that fat is beautiful, and that it's okay to be fat because she's just having the time of her life, going around traveling and eating as much food as she can stuff into her large body. Now I have a few words for Miss Giggles, especially since she's pushing all these fat activist lies. So that's what my video is going to be about today. But before we get into reacting to Miss Giggles, if you could do me a huge favor, please look down below and see if you're subscribed to my channel. And if you're not, hit that button for me. I greatly appreciate it. Leave a like, leave a comment, and let me know what you think about this video. I greatly appreciate it. All right, now let's get right into it. That video had all kinds of nastiness that I didn't want to see. Sand coming out of various places, crevasses, caves, and the sun probably trying to hide behind the clouds itself because it did not want to see her and her body rolling around on the sand like that. I know some people are going to hit me and say, Big T, why are you making fun of her? You only make fun of fat women, because people have told me that before anytime I make these types of videos. But I don't care. The whole message that she's putting out there that, oh, my life is just full of joy and wonder, I get to roll around on the beach. But guess what? If you keep going the way you're going, you're not going to be able to even walk out to the beach. You're going to be stuck in your bed, unable to move. Is that the kind of lifestyle that you want? Because she's bragged on many videos that she's making 6 figures a year doing what she's doing. I don't know if she's a fat model or because of her 90,000 followers on TikTok. Like, I don't know where she's making all this money from. But guess what? If she keeps going the way she's going, she's going to lose out on all of it. She's going to lose her career. She's not going to be able to make that much money, and suddenly all this fun and food and rolling around on the beach isn't going to be a part of her life any longer. She says she doesn't need anybody worrying about her health, but guess what? People who see you getting bigger care about your health. They want you to be healthy. As much as you think that you're happy right now because you got all this money, you get to travel and all these wonderful things that everybody wishes that they can do, you're doing it at the expense of your health. And you don't realize that right now. But at some point you're going to hit rock bottom. And that rock bottom moment is going to wake you up.
Sexiness is a choice. Sexiness is a choice. And no matter what society tells us about fat people and sexiness, we are sexy. I mean, look at me. I am dripping with sex appeal. Sexiness is an energy. It's a vibe. Sexy is resilience. And yes, obviously, fat people are sexy because me simply existing in my sexiness is probably going to get this video deleted.
Now, it's difficult for me to counter what she said because a lot of you might think that she looks sexy. I don't know. I don't think she does. I don't think somebody her size just pounding into your face saying that I'm sexy and I drip sex appeal and having this big ego is something that I really find attractive. Maybe you do. Okay, that's fine if you do. If you think she's sexy, if you think she's attractive, that's totally fine. That's your opinion. That's what I think about this whole situation. Like, sexiness and sex appeal and all that is in the eye of the beholder. And most people do not find people her size to be sexy and beautiful. I don't have any problem with having self-confidence in yourself, to think you look good. But when you start getting up there in size, you keep getting bigger, and then you keep pounding the pavement and saying that fat people are sexy, fat people are beautiful, there's nothing wrong with being fat, then I start to have a problem with that. I'm not going to be able to change society's opinions about fat people. It is possible for people to find fat people attractive. Like, almost everybody on my 600-pound life is married or has a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Like, people do like overweight people. And in some circles, it's even a fetish. I don't understand that fetish, why you like somebody just because they're overweight and then you end up feeding them so that they stay overweight. Like, I don't get that whole thing whatsoever. I think it's dangerous to keep saying fat people are sexy, when all you're gonna do is just make them decide, well, I don't need to change. I'm sexy as I am. And the reality is most fat people do not think highly of themselves. And I don't think that they should. I think they should feel shame for how they look. So telling them they're sexy when they should feel shame, and that shame should drive them to want to change, to want to lose weight so they can feel and look better. That's where I disagree with her message. Like, again, if she feels confident in herself, who am I going to take that away? She feels that she's sexy because she's fat and fatness is sexiness. She's not going to want to change. She's not going to want to think that she has to change. She's just going to keep going, and she's going to keep pushing out this dangerous message that it's okay to stay fat.
Is anyone tired of this? It is 2024. Have companies not learned at this point that maybe instead of focusing and investing in a marketing campaign that is supposed to provide inclusivity, maybe just make the clothes actually inclusive? I mean, I obviously love the message and the reasoning behind this, but it falls on deaf ears when we talk about actual inclusivity brought specifically by Aerie. And Aerie is one of the worst businesses to try to capitalize on a body diversity and body positivity, but yet cap out on a size XXL. I'm tired of it. I'm sure you're tired of it. Just make fat people clothes, please.
So where should that line be drawn, Miss Giggles? I mean, you're upset that they have clothes for double XL people. That's what you fat activists keep saying. We want companies to make clothes so that we can feel good and look good. Okay, so a company does that, and they advertise that they do that. They put out this advertisement, they have overweight people on there. Well, I can admit that not all of them seem like they're super overweight, but they are considered plus size, and yet you're angry about that. It's not big enough. They only max out at double XL, as if double XL is super small or something like that. If you're so big that double XL is considered a small size to you, maybe you have a problem there. But how big do you need clothes to get? Like I said, I used to wear 9XL at my biggest. So once you get to 600-700 pounds, you're wearing 8, 9, 10XL. But how big should they go? What if you keep getting bigger? What if you're into the 4 or 5s and you start getting into 600 pounds and you need size 4, 5, 6XL? What are you going to do then? When people keep getting bigger and bigger, like, they're going to need bigger and bigger clothes. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous that they need to make 9X shirts for people like me who are at my heaviest. But then to say, oh, it's 2024, we need size inclusivity. 2XL is size inclusivity. Like, what are you talking about here? You want to wear clothes from that company and you're too big to do so, here's a hint. You can do something about it. You can actually lose some weight so you can actually get clothes that fit you, that look good, so you can feel better about yourself.
Why you so obsessed with me? Boy, I wanna know. Lying that you're obsessing me, but everybody knows it's clear that you're obsessed with me. Oh, why are you so weird? This is so weird. Why would you tell someone this that you don't even know? It's illusional, delusional. Boy, you're wasting your time.
Someone making a post on your social media is not obsessed with you. You're the one obsessed and delusional with your fat message that you're putting out there that it's okay to be fat. And you're also delusional thinking that people who say something about your size are obsessed with you. That's not true at all. Some of them actually do care about you. They see you dancing around in your fat body and think you're gonna die of a heart attack if you don't change. Some people might be trolling you, they might be making fun of you. But at the same time, those type of messages should make you wake up and realize that if you keep going the way you're going, you're gonna die of a heart attack. What he said is true if you keep going the way you're going. And you say, well, it's not gonna happen. Well, okay, fine. If you're not gonna lose weight, then that's your decision. That's the risk that you're taking to stay fat. I don't know why all these fat activists are so intent on denying medical science that she is at a much higher risk of dying of a heart attack, but she doesn't want to face reality. She's having too much fun living her lifestyle.
I love how people take a statement that I've made about me and my life, and obviously very clear I'm discussing my existence, and make it into a blanket statement about everyone and everything. No, we're talking about me here and how the fact that, like, yeah, I'm no longer starving and I'm no longer trying to make myself smaller. And for me personally, that means that my life is freaking awesome now, because I'm not thinking about every single little thing that I'm eating every day. I'm not thinking about making myself smaller so I can finally have a good life. I have a good life right here, right now.
Yeah, for the moment your life is freaking awesome. Yeah, things are going your way. You're making money doing whatever it is that you do, making your 6 figures, traveling around the world, rolling around on beaches, getting sand in places where I don't have places. I mean, it's just absolutely wonderful what you're doing right now, right? But like I said earlier, that's going to come crashing down on you very, very hard, very, very soon. I mean, the fact that you say that you're not making yourself miserable by starving yourself, what you think some sort of calorie restriction, even if it's just a little restriction of starving yourself, and that little bit of starving yourself is making you miserable, that tells me right there you have an addiction to food. Keep eating and eating and eating because that's how you get your joy, that's how you get your pleasure. If your life was so good and you just love your life the way it is, you wouldn't need to be fat. You wouldn't need to be pushing this fat activist agenda, saying it's okay to be fat. You would say, hey, my life is great in moderation, but you don't want to live it that way because you're just enjoying it too much. You're making money off of your fat. You're getting fame off of your fat. You're getting followers off of your fat. So it's all a picnic to you right now. You don't really care. You don't have to change. There's nothing going on in your life, but deep down inside, you know what you're doing to yourself. You know you're in a lot more pain than you were when you were smaller. You know your body is not holding up as well as it did. You know it's a lot easier for you to get out of breath than it ever was before. You know your blood pressure is starting to get a little high there and your doctor keeps warning you about it, but you keep shrugging him or her off. You know these things are happening. You know it's taking a toll on you. You're just having such a grand time right now. Well, keep living it up, Miss Giggles. Keep living it up, Miss Giggles. I can guarantee you it's not going to last very much longer if you keep going the way you're going.
Is it promoting obesity or is it just living? You weird little human, you're very weird. I don't know what's wrong with you.
You're absolutely out there normalizing obesity. In your tagline, the first thing on there is food, fun, life, like food is first. Why is food first if it's not such a huge part of your life? You're definitely glorifying obesity, putting videos of yourself out there in your tiny, tiny bikini, rolling around in the sand. I know I've mentioned that several times because that's still on my brain. Like, I don't know why. I'm gonna have to go bleach my eyes again. The funny thing is these fat activists don't seem to realize what they're doing. They don't seem to admit that they're glorifying obesity. Some of them, like Fat Sapphic Bro, absolutely says, I'm glorifying obesity, and they're fine with it. But people like her, even though they do glorify it, they're glorifying their lifestyle, saying it's okay to be fat. I'm making all this money from it. I get to travel the world and eat whatever I want. They don't realize that they're enticing other people towards that. Younger people are going to see, wow, she has a great life. I want that life. So I'm going to make myself fat. I'm going to make myself fat so I can go out there and I can make that kind of money and I could be a fat activist and get all these followers and I can travel the world, not realizing that every pound that they put onto their body is harming them. So again, she's going to fail at some point. At one point, her weight is going to catch up to her. When she starts getting a little older, her body's not going to be able to hold up anymore. Just like Tess Holliday, she's starting to go on a diet. That might be a video that I do later on, but my test videos don't really get a lot of hits. So let me know down in the comments if you want me to make a test video. But she's definitely going to get to a point where she realizes what she's doing is absolutely dangerous and she's harming herself. And I can tell you deep inside mentally, she's not happy. That's why she uses food to help her cope with whatever it is she's going through. Anyways, guys, am I right? Am I wrong? Let me know down in the comments before. Leave a like. Also, subscribe if you've not done so. I really appreciate you. On to the next video. God bless you.